is the Keltner Contracting post-game report as Campbellsville wins over Cincinnati Christian today in Cincinnati, 48-7. Head coach Perry Thomas joins us. Coach, congratulations. Quite a win today for your team.
Yeah, great win for our guys. I thought we played a pretty good game for the most part. A little disappointing the second half. We put the twos in on offense. They were a little ragged. Turned the ball over a few times. But overall, I thought we played a pretty good game.
Well, it was one of those games that you rest Hunter Brown most all of the second half. Kind of a luxury when you look at it that way, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have a game like that where you can get some experience. You know, our defense, experience-wise, have played most of the year. We roll those guys pretty good. But offensively, especially at that offensive line and in the quarterback position, they don't get a lot of reps there. So it's great to get those guys in and get them some meaningful time.
Yeah, Demetrius Martin, who came in, had 74 yards rushing, had a nice second half for you. Jeremy Hines played some quarterback. Austin Jenkins played some quarterback for you as well.
Yeah, and that's what we wanted to do, is we wanted to get those guys in, get them some meaningful time in the game where they got to play more than just slop up duty. You know, the score was out of hand, but, you know, they played a pretty good amount in the fourth quarter and a little bit in the third quarter. So they had to play up against, Cincinnati Christian's main people.
Couple of nice balls thrown today by Hunter Brown to Keanu Young for touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he throws those strikes, and sometimes we'll get on him about a decision or something, but he'll come back and make up for it with a nice ball. And, they rolled some coverage at times to put him out of position, and it gave us some easy routes down the field, and it was great that those guys can get open and we could complete those for touchdowns.
Your defensive front, you continue to rotate 4 in, 4 out. This front just continues getting better and better, seems like.
Well, I think a big part of it is keeping them fresh, and keep letting them play, just turning them loose. And we still got some fundamental things to work on, but we're playing about 9 guys up there, I think, right now. And, if Therese Boyd gets back soon, then he'll be in that lineup also. So we're going to continue to do that. Also do it a little bit with our linebackers in there. We can only roll 3 of them, but having DeAndre Hollis back allows Manning and Moore to stay fresh. And, we tried to do it some with the safeties today. Ramos played quite a bit more than he's normally played, and, trying to move that way with our corners also. That way, we're getting fresh guys on the field, so you have less opportunities to have a brain lapse and to give up something mentally.
It was Wade Holzclaw with a 63-yard run. I don't know that the play was designed to get that many yards, but he wound up with that many.
Yeah, and of course, we're on him because he didn't score. He came back the next play and scored. But, Wade's he's a ball player. The O-line opened up a big hole, and he was able to hit that second gear and get in that secondary. And, unfortunately for him, he came up a yard short, but he was able to get it the next play.
You brought Cruz Coulter in for a couple of catches last week. Big touchdown catch for him today. He's getting a little more involved on the passing side of things, it appears.
Well, that's huge because, in the past, our tight ends have blocked a lot. So, teams kind of cheat off of them, and they stack the box for the run when that tight end's in there. But we're having Cruz in there, and with us being able to hit him with some passes lately, that opens it up a little bit more. And it's a little tougher to defend tight end routes than people think it is. Those guys got a little size to them, got a little strength. So you have to be also physical. You can't just be fast, but you have to be physical to cover those guys.
First game in a long time your team's not punted the football.
Yeah, I didn't realize we didn't punt, and that's great. That's great. You hope to have that every game, and I thought our offense moved the ball well, especially early when we had our main guys in there. Defensively, we played consistently good throughout the game, and kicking game was pretty sound. I think we missed a field goal, but other than that, I thought we played pretty good. They were giving us short punts, so we couldn't do much with them. Of course, in the second half, he boomed one, but we really didn't have opportunity to return the punts, and we were scared coming into the game that one of the balls might hit us and they would get a turnover on it.
Well, we've talked a lot about Cincinnati Christian's freshmen, so many freshmen. Your team has a lot of young players.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 young teams. We're a little older than them probably, but you can tell that they're still young. And this second-year program, and, typically in NAI, those programs grow quick. If you look at what Faulkner, Lindsey Wilson, Reinhardt, those teams were able to do. So I expect them to take a huge jump here pretty soon.
Big trip coming up this week. That means a short week of practice, it appears.
Yeah, short week, and I just talked to the guys about that. We have to be very mature. It's a unique trip because we'll be leaving on a Thursday and won't be back until Sunday. So you have to have some maturity and understand what your focus is, and be able to get things done while you're on the road.
Well, that, of course, will be another game that you'll be looking to keep this winning streak going. First time at 5-0 since 1991 for your Tigers.
I didn't realize that, and that's awesome. It's great being 5-0. Certainly, we haven't played those top 10 teams yet, but we're playing teams that are about the age that we are, right. And so being 5-0 is a big deal. We have to continue to, get this keep this thing going and keep getting better. I thought we stepped up over these last couple of weeks. I thought we majorly stepped up today, and not about the score, but about the fundamentals and the execution and so forth. So now we got to go to Ave Maria and try to get to 6-0.
Coach, we'll see you in the Sunshine State here in a few days.
Thank you.
Okay, Head Coach Perry Thomas and his Tigers winning today over Cincinnati Christian 48-7. We invite you to stay connected. Our full game statistics plus the scoring summary, that and more still to come, along with our Tigers scoreboard update, our final wrap-up of the day as you're following the Tigers here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.